Ghosting people is totally fine, but only in two occasions. When you already told to a person to leave you alone or you don't want to be in their presence and they still try to pursue you, contact you, that's okay to leave them be. Because you already made it clear, you set up your boundaries, you told them what to do, they disrespected, so you just walk away. It's totally okay to ghost a person if they did do something outrageous, something major, something that nobody can deal with and it damaged you, maybe even physically. Think about any example you can in your head. There are multiple things they might do where you just have to get rid of this person with no explanation needed. And you can block them, walk away, wherever you prefer. I might give you an example like when they shot you, when you may say, oh well, a person ghosted me, I dodged a bullet. Well, you did not. Anyways, as long as you feel good and safe, because some people very wild and weird with these things. Can you think of any other examples and reasons why a person actually might ghost you or should ghost you without any explanation? What can it be? If you don't mind, you can just say it in a comment section. I heard so many times that people say, you don't need a closure. We need to somehow learn how to feel fine without people explaining their actions. What might help is positive thinking in a way of, do you want to live in misery? Which doesn't sound so good, but in a long-term perspective, it makes sense. So for instance, you don't want to suffer, you don't want to feel bad around people because this type of behaviors, you don't want this in your life. You don't want a man or a woman that you're dealing with to just walk away without communicating through. You don't want these people in your day-to-day life because it's gonna make you feel worse. We already have so many things we go through on day-to-day basis with the person that we choose because we are in control, who we allow in our life and our surroundings. We definitely want to make sure that it brings happiness, harmony. With the closure topic, you need to give yourself a closure somehow. There are little tips and tricks. Personally, I like to write a letter and burn it, or you can always write a message, but you should not send it, but you say your final goodbyes to a person, if it makes sense. And it doesn't put you in a position where, oh my God, I decided to be the one who's leaving. No, it might help you to say your final goodbyes so you have peace within yourself. But you need to be very rational, and you know what actually helps the most? When you realize, when you're not just thinking about it, but when you finally realize that you want somebody good, you want someone who's gonna show up for you, you want somebody on your level. You don't want a person who's gonna drag you through misery and sadness, because that's not what you deserve if you're a good human being and respectful one. Ghosting is tough. It's hard to process. It happens, it's a part of life, and we need to somehow find the ways to help ourselves. Actually, also, you may say in the comment section what helped you to get through it. Let's help each other out. So you need to realize that energy they give you is not something you want to live with. You don't want to chase a person constantly. You don't want to be with people like that. You want clear communication. It is true though that majority of the time the person who ghosts you, that's on them for sure. Sometimes they're immature, sometimes they are afraid, they don't want to go through the conflict, they don't want to be a bad guy. It could be toxicity, or this could also be a power move, controlling, and maybe you took away the power of theirs, so they kind of want to flip it, and now you're there. Anyways, maybe it's really people that lack on empathy, and they truly don't care and never cared since day one. They just play games. With all of these reasons, think about it. You don't want a people like that in your life. You don't want to deal with this. Unpopular opinion, but to be honest, I don't think that time heals as productively as if you would also try to have a rational and very positive mindset. So on day-to-day basis, you realize what you truly desire, what you need, and understand that these people are not worth of your time and energy. You want the caring person and the one that gonna be upfront and also communicate through anything, give you answers. Of course, at times it could be you that been a problem in a way of why they ghosted you. So you need to really know yourself good enough and understand maybe you crossed the boundaries somewhere. In the beginning of the video, I told you that there are some reasons that are fine. This type of behavior should be ghosted. Please remember that life is very short, and if the person does not contribute to your happiness and feeling safe, why you even keeping them around? Maybe there is something inside of you need to overcome. Maybe you need a therapy, maybe not, maybe just journaling, depends. Think about why you get attached also after a person walked away. Why don't you treat it as something unattractive, something that shouldn't be done, and you right away feel disgusted or just don't want to be bothered to figure out things? Think about why did it hurt you. I know that we go to places, oh, I wasn't good enough, or I wasn't maybe beautiful enough. Maybe I did do some mistake. We like to try to find some problems within ourselves. But in majority of cases, believe it or not, that's not the reason, because the person who truly likes you, lays eyes on you, would never walk away. They will be there for you no matter what. It's wrong people that walked away, saved your time and energy, because imagine if you would be knowing these people for a long, long time and then they're gonna leave you anyways. If you've been true to yourself, if you've been good towards the person, you've been always respectful and caring, well, that's not you, that's on them, let them be. Ideally, we shouldn't care about it and we should be not attracted anymore to this type of people. In reality, I do understand that it hurts and you do think that there's something you done wrong because maybe you're a giver and you care way too much about people. Maybe you get connected very quickly to people as well. And that's okay. Everything is fine. It's all learning experience. Take your time and make sure you heal. Once again, not only time helps, but rational and positive thinking, where you just tell to yourself that I want to be happy. I want to have a person in my life that's going to show up for me. I want to have a person in my life that's going to communicate through anything. They're not going to leave me like that. You don't deserve it if you've been a good human. Ghosting happens in different fields. It can be family, it can be work related, it can be romantic relationships. And this is very common. I wouldn't only blame online things that we go through right now, because ghosting been there all along. Maybe it's more common, more popular right now. Socials make it more easier. But once again, you do want people that want to take responsibility for being involved with you. Be a big person at the end of the day saying, I don't think it's gonna work out due to this and that, or I don't feel this anymore. It's so easy, yet so hard, to just tell to somebody that you no longer want to be in their presence. I don't think there should be difficulties. I think it's harder and it puts more pressure on you if you do not do this. Because when you walk away, there is more to think about, deal with. But when you've been honest and upfront and said to a person, hey, let's not continue the conversation or whatever it is due to blah, blah, blah reasons. Don't you think it's easier and faster? You took responsibility, you've been honest. That's on them how they handle it. As long as you've been respectful and caring and nice, it's okay. Remember, it's always been the wrong person. Maybe let's spend some time within ourselves and figure out why exactly did we feel maybe sometimes more attached when it happened? Why do we care so much about it? What are the things that we need to heal or work through to let this type of things go? Sometimes I go a little delulu in my head and think about imaginary scenarios where we live together, now we're gonna have a kid, realizing that it can be a person that just suddenly gonna disappear. It's gonna be the type of daddy that gonna go and get some milk and never come back. Well, I don't want that. So I don't know, you can get a little delulu in your head so that it's gonna make it easier for you to realize that these people are not worth your time and energy. I really want you to care about yourself and love yourself and feel good and have good surroundings, because where you have control over things, take it, own it, make sure it's safe for you, it's good for you, you're like in loving environment. She lost it. I found it. Additionally, I was researching something and I want to read out certain things for you because it put my mind into ease and it helped me to overcome certain things a lot. I hope this helps. If it doesn't, sounds like a you problem. It's called Let Them. You might actually sometimes disagree on certain points, I understand. If they want to choose someone or something over you, let them. If they want to go weeks without talking to you, let them. If they are okay with never seeing you again, let them. If they are always okay with putting themselves first, let them. If they're showing who they are, not what you perceive them to be, let them. If they want to judge or misunderstand you, let them. If they act like they can live without you, or they honestly can live without you, let them. You want the person who's gonna be there for you and with you. You need somebody who cares as much as you do. You want a match in energy. If they want to walk out of your life and leave, let them. Hold the door open. Well, I don't really like the phrase hold the door open due to the fact that it's like you waiting for them to go. Like, yeah, there you go. Just walk away. I don't know about that one, but I would say I'm not closing the door. I'm not making it hard for you to leave if you want to leave. It's not that I'm not attached to you, it's not that I'm not connected, but I honestly want you to be happy and I want you to really choose to be around me. Don't you want the same? Let them lose you. You were never theirs. I love this. Because you were always your own. Let them show you who they truly are, not tell you. Everyone, that's so important. People can tell you whatever. I can tell you also so many things about myself. Is it true? Is it not? My actions will always show you. Let them show who they are through the actions all the time. Please, I'm begging you, pay attention to what they do. People are not our puppets, and we should let them show their true self through actions. Once again, it's very easy to tell things. It's very hard to follow through. Well, obviously, there are some people that are very good with this too, so let's just move on. We're not gonna discuss this on this video. Let them prove how worthy they are of your time. Let them take necessary steps to be a part of your life. Let them earn your forgiveness. It gives me peace where you realize that you're not in control of other people and you just simply let them do what they want to do because you truly care about their happiness as well as your own. Without any pressure, you want to see what they mean. That's why you don't judge. That's why, to an extent, you allow certain things. That's why you observe. This is so important to make sure that you observe a lot through their actions. Take some time. Time is super precious. Tomorrow is not promised. So make sure you feel good, please. At least at places and things where you can choose who to hang out with, what to do. I make these videos because people on my streams inspired me. They've been struggling with some issues, and I just want to remind you about things that matter. I really want you to be happy. Thank you so much for watching this video. If nobody told you, I love you, I care about you, and I hope you're gonna have an amazing day. Don't forget to come to my stream and say hi. If you have any questions, we can discuss any topic you desire.